Natalie Lewis says, how much weight can be attributed to trial to Amber Heard's admission of violence on the audio tapes? So, um, so to begin with, there is an evidentiary rule, and it's the rule against hearsay. So anything that is an out of court statement that is offered to prove the truth of the matter asserted. I know that just sounds like hocus pocus, but basically, if somebody says, I did XYZ, you can't necessarily admit that into evidence at court unless that statement, somebody saying I did XYZ, is something against their own interests. That's called that's called the admission exception to the rule against hearsay. There's a list of exceptions to hearsay, and so something like that, the portions where she's talking about, I can't. Like, I can't promise that I won't hit you again. And, sometimes I get so angry and I throw pots and pans and, and okay, yeah, I also threw a vase. Like, things like that are going to be admissible. And the amount of weight that's going to be applied to it kind of depends on the jury. How much weight that they give to it will maybe partly depend on how it's presented by the attorneys. But I will say that for me personally, that was one of the things that really jumped out to me as something that seemed like, this is maybe not the situation that she wants things to look like because of her allegations, and it doesn't exactly fit into her narrative. So to me personally, I think that audio tape is going to be quite damning for the jury. But given, we always have to keep in mind that the jury is not always very predictable, because you don't necessarily know who these people are, what their backgrounds are, the way that they trust certain people and not others. The voir dire process, the process of picking a jury, is one way, or is the main way of trying to sort of filter through that whole process. But so hopefully, if it's done well, then you kind of have at least enough of an understanding of who these people are and how they're going to be receptive to certain pieces of information. But anyhow, I hope that answers your question.